What up, guys? CP the Tool Addict. Woo! And Miss Sunny. We got some new LISLE tools. Yeah, we got some new LISLE tools. Some stuff finally came out that we've been working on for a long time. And I'm happy to be the one to bring it to you first. Really excited about this tool that's going to help you out. So let's get into the video and stop jacking around. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We've got some brand new LISLE tools for you. Let's talk about them and talk about what we got coming out. And these are the Merry Japanese HS175Cs. If you know about these, you know what we're going to be talking about is that. But let's get into the old flare knot sockets. Now, a couple of months ago, we had the, yes, Sunny, I know, she just likes to talk to you guys. A couple months ago, we had the LISLE diesel line sockets come out, which are very awesome. I've heard some pretty good reviews on them. And we also had the metric set of flare nut sockets come out, which are definitely nice and handy to come into. And I will show in some pictures of the prices of these versus Snap-on and Koken. Those are your options. Plus, you can get the really cheap versions of lasers, which I really don't like. I should be getting rid of those because I do not use those at all anymore. But the Snap-on versions of these flare knot sockets are super handy for doing brake lines and power steering lines and whatnot on certain vehicles. But you guys asked for it, so we got them. The SAE version is here, and look at the very similar consistencies. This is a 9/16 compared to a 9/16. Now, I want to go over a few things, too, while we're talking about this and address some issues. A lot of people say, why doesn't LISLE put their name on the sockets? You know, these are very plain, very, nothing distinguishing them that they're LISLE sockets, which LISLE will know that they're their sockets and when you have to warranty them or anything like that. LISLE keeps the packaging simple. As you can see here, no names on the packaging, just some simple EV foam here. Nice cutout, simple with the numbers. Keeping all these little fancy nuances down is saving the customer money. And that's something that I cannot stress that I love about LISLE. They do, where a lot of companies don't do that. They spend more time, when you start adding in. Part of the reason why a Snap-on socket becomes more expensive is they put their name on it. That's cost. I mean, you think it's just not that big a deal, but those little nuances cost everything. The cutting out around the socket here, both these lines and making those machines in them, machine cuts in them, that stuff all takes time and money. So that's a couple reasons why LISLE does what they do. And now I will say, once again, we have a beautiful representation of a socket, but look, we don't have those nuances. You're not getting the same quality socket as Snap-on. Let's clear the air on that, but this is also an affordable option. The point is not to be the same as Snap-on. This is an option. We all have options and tools, and I talk about this, and a lot of you that love Harbor Freight, that's what your biggest concern is an option. There's a few slight differences between the Snap-on and the LISLE socket. If you notice the cut down in here, you notice that the Snap-on is a little bit more cut away there. There could be some issues where that runs into being a problem with the LISLE a little bit. This one has a little bit steeper slope and adds more material to strengthen it because this is not the same metal. That's right. That is the LISLE socket tinging. There is no ting from this socket because it is a different steel. Different composition altogether in metal. And this is a more affordable option. These sets, I believe, are going to run somewhere around the $100 range. I'm not exactly sure because, honestly, this video is coming out before they've even hit Amazon. They are listed on the website for LISLE at $181, but they're usually higher on the LISLE website because they protect their dealers. So, buying them off the LISLE site, you're going to pay a little more buying them direct from LISLE versus being able to buy these from Amazon, which is still coming from LISLE, but you're just buying it from a distributor who is a dealer. Or your local tool truck dealer will probably have a better deal on these than LISLE has on their website. But these are very nice sockets. I've used these, and they work great. And it's nice to have the SAE version for your diesels and stuff, because guess what? There's a lot of people that still think that there's not SAE fasteners on vehicles, and I'm here to tell you that's actually not true. Fords, Chevys, Dodges still use a variation of SAE and metric fasteners on the vehicles. If you're working on an American car, there's a good chance that you've probably used the wrong socket on the vehicle. In fact, most of your brake lines are still 9/16 on GMs when people try to use a 15 millimeter. And I've seen them strip them out. So that's something to keep in mind when you're working on something. You know, sometimes you can blame a tool for the job, but maybe it's the tool using the tool. Just saying. Anyways, so I hope I covered about everything with them, and I hope you get a good understanding about these sockets. You know, they're not perfect. You know, William Churchill said it best. You know, perfection is the enemy of progress, and that's not what LISLE's goal is to do, is to be perfect. And I understand that, and you know, I do love the quality of a snap-on socket. This socket was about $45, you know, whereas this whole set, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I can't count, 7 piece is going to be about the price of 2 of these sockets. So that's why, because people say they can't afford the snap-on, and then we have alternatives out there, and we have that with every company. And LISLE is a good family-owned company here in Iowa, and I support that and everything they're doing, and that's why I'm sharing it with you. Moving right along, these pliers have been a very hot topic in the past, and I've had these pliers for some time. We all know that the LISLE disconnect pliers have been a fantastic addition to any man's toolbox, and affordable price. The Mary pliers are anywhere between $40 and $50. They are made in Japan, and they are fantastic pliers, and they have a little bit different design. As you can see, they have some gripping tips on them and the handles on them. I'm not a huge fan of these handles, I'll be honest with you. They do have some texture with them, but I've noticed that if my hands get a little oily, they slip off. However, LISLE has came out with these new bad boys here, these electrical disconnects. You know, they kind of look like the dung beetle from the Snap-on LNC 47 ACFs. And they are a lot beefier than the Marys, okay? Once again, some of the American connectors in the thought process of designing these, plus we do have the gripper ends on them. In the thought process of designing these with the nice spring-loaded, like the Marys, so we have a spring-loaded grip. We also have ourselves spring-loaded, and I do like the LISLE double-dipped grip pliers. I will try to show some captions in here. So when grabbing these stubborn clips like this, the LISLE disconnect pliers are bomb.com. Look at that. Easy as pie. Pop her on, clicks back in. Good deal. Fuel lines where you got your clips in. Underneath there, they'll definitely make it handy. As you can see, they come in for a multitude of uses. Connectors, after connector, and then your fuel lines, like I said, DEF lines, diesel lines, stuff like that. These things are going to be handy. Either while I'm talking, will I show these pliers being in use, but you can grab these with a multitude of fuel lines, a lot of different connectors. Another variation of pliers for gripping connectors to help you get in and pull this stuff off. But I certainly am excited about using these every time I get a chance to. That's the whole thing about them. The Marys are definitely a proven plier, and a lot of people love them. But I noticed they're really good on Asian cars. However, these should be very good on domestic and for some different applications. And I'll be honest with you, I do believe that Mary actually came out with a version that's almost like these now. Subsequently, right at the same time that LISLE was coming out with these, which is kind of interesting that happened. They're a little bit thicker jaw, just like these, and I can't remember the part number, but I'll show a picture of it. But you're going to be into those for about $80, and they're not available in the American market, no matter how hard you try. You'd have to get them imported through a Japanese importer right now. So the availability of the other version of the Marys, if you want to go that route, are a little bit difficult to get a hold of from my experience. So, and for $23, you're going to be into them for about the same price as the Marys to buy this version, and we should hopefully have another version out in the future. So stay tuned for that, because it's a happening. But anyways, guys, there's going to be some more new LISLE tools coming out, but I wanted to get the video done on these for New Tool Tuesday. And by God, well, I think we got ourselves a winner here. And hopefully you get yourself a pair of these as fast as you can, because as soon as I put the video up, you know what's going to happen. Other YouTubers are going to start doing them, and they're going to start selling like hotcakes, and it'll go like rapid fire. So you got them here first. My members will get to see this first, then my subscribers. You know, if you want to join the membership, you always get first access to stuff like this long before they get released, or well, not long before, but when they get released to the public, or first access to them. My members get first access to stuff like this. So remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, ring that bell. Remember, keep your hands dirty and your money clean. Thanks for watching.